𝗬𝗏 Taproom is the place to play indoor golf in Worcester. Featuring 5 bays with brand new 𝗕𝗿𝗍 laser simulators and over 16,000 courses to choose from, including local courses, you're guaranteed to tee off comfortably on your favorite course any time of the year. 𝗬𝗏 Taproom also hosts indoor golf leagues year-round so you can grow as a player and have fun rain or shine. Great food, great drinks, and reasonable rates. Navigate to 𝗬𝗏taproom.com to book a bay today. Say hi to Todd, Doreen, and the rest of the staff. They'll be sure to take good care of you.
Great teams don't happen by chance. They're built on trust, teamwork, and people who show up when it matters. At Massive Staffing Solutions, we connect people with opportunity and businesses with reliable talent. And we're proud to support the local communities and organizations that bring people together. Massive Staffing Solutions. People first, community always.
No job is too big or too small for Worcester's best signage and display crew. Art Creative are experts in signage, banners, large format printing, vinyl lettering, and more. With work featured all over New England, they will understand your needs better than any competitor, guaranteed. If you're looking for a local business that truly cares about quality, Art Creative is here for you. Check out their Facebook page or visit them online at art-creative.com.
We're going to see if he can get in the pool for the pool party.
Let's see what the judges put up here with this dive. Oh, that's a solid 7 or 8, like we said.
Yeah,
it's a solid 7.
Yeah, you know, getting about waist deep in the pool and going to stay outside, so waist deep is enough for the pool party.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes the water's a little too cold, and you don't want to go all the way in, so you just dip that little foot in.
It is only like 40 degrees outside right now.
Yeah,
so
see, exactly. It's perfect. It's a little chilly.
A little chilly for a dive, so enough for Mike Carignan. He's got to get his scoring going, but finds the trip one with his first start. We've seen that he makes some good corrections. His first start tends to go a little wild, and then look at the second two. They're only 20s, but look at how much better those second 2 darts look than the first one.
Yeah, Carignan has thrown some impressive opening round games here. Again, his place in the standings does not reflect how good of an operator he is. Solid ton there from Mark Rudge, but again, he's just been unlucky. I mean, he was even pushing Fred Krueger, I believe, a couple weeks back. If my memory serves me correct, he was pushing him real hard. Just got a couple of bad visits that just imploded the standard of play, and Fred was able to walk away with it.
Mike just hasn't been able to hold the high standard that he plays to long enough to take out these matches. He starts pretty strong, and then he kind of peters off in the second set, and that's kind of where the issues have been. Rudge has kind of been all over the place, where he gets some of those high scoring, gets a big finishes. I know he's taken out a 150 this season already, but the scoring is just not quite consistent enough to hang with some of these top guys. So this is going to be a slugfest for sure.
Yeah, definitely a slugfest. Just reading the chat here, Aaron Cluett in the chat says, "Let's go Rudge," with about 1.5 billion exclamation points. I am a Mark Rudge believer through and through. I have been for many seasons now. Solid visit there from Mike. Rudge, again, he has the capability to just pull out great darts right when he needs them. He's done it last season. He's looking to do it again. Unfortunate 25 there, right as I'm hyping him up. And then Chrissy in the chat saying, "No, I'm Mike 𝗫𝗏𝗀𝐻𝑖's sister." Of course, we know that. We got that from the from the message. And I will say, we were actually talking about it in the break, that Mike has improved so much in just a few weeks that he's been here at the Worcester Premier League. We're so happy to have him. His game is scary. And give it a little bit more time, I think he's going to be pushing in tournaments here and abroad with his stellar play.
I mean, he just fell to Fred Krueger in the back in the last finals, last week. So he's been throwing some really good stuff and really pushing himself.
Which is great to see. It's what we want from all the players that come through the Worcester Premier League. Just get better. You are playing against some of the best in the area. Mike Carignan finding a beautiful first start. Not able to follow the line there with the second dart. So a little bit of a think here. That first dart sitting right in the middle. Might be in an uncomfortable spot there. Maybe doesn't like the line. Tries to push it through, but it just deflects down. 81, though, that's good. Again, chasing down Rudge, who's not in an outshot area yet, but should get within range with one more dart. And he does find it. So now Mike Carignan, 176. Needs to find something big for the pressure.
Yeah, he's going to want to take a big chunk out of this. Again, he's trying to hold his throw here, and Rudge is putting a lot of pressure on it. So what trebles can Mike Carignan find? Just low, but keeps it straight. Got to work his way up. Oh, and that is a really tough dart because it's going to be real hard to get through that, and he's not able to. So a 60, so not the end of the world. The 116 left. So Rudge stepping up for this 101. 116 is not an unmakeable thing, but 81 left. Trip 19 isn't able to find it. We'll walk over to the trip 10. What a visit from Mark Rudge.
Yeah, you know, and Rudge, he has these moments where he finds these beautiful visits. I feel like Rudge, again, he's been really hard on himself these past couple of weeks. He's also had some pretty unlucky draws. Had a really close battle against Justin Burke, I believe it was last week. But, I mean, it's been neck and neck, and Rudge always finds a way to make a battle of it, at least at the very least. Mike Carignan now, eyeballing this 116, looking straight up at that 20. Oh, looks like he was starting on those 19s. Interesting way to go. 113 left, though, so no way home. Not sure what that leaves. 24 scored. Believe what? You're the mathematician here. Help me out.
Should be 82 left.
That's why Nick has a job here at the West Premier League. Just kidding. He does more than that. He's more than a calculator. He also looks at me in the eyes deeply.
So, 32 left. Where can Rudge take out this 16 now? And he does find it with his third dart. And he gives a little third dart symbol to make sure that everyone knows that he took it out. This is a better standard of play than we've seen from Mark Rudge in these last couple weeks.
Yeah,
so
71.57. That's a real good standard for Rudge.
Yeah, and he's right back into the trip 20 with his first dart. Make that 2. Can he find a third? No, a big 140 for Mark Rudge, though. And he's getting that scoring underway.
I didn't mean to fluster you earlier, by the way. No, of course. Nick and I have been doing this for a long time here. And Mike Carrigan's been hitting those triple 20s for a long time here, so he wants to find more. Again, with the lie of Mike's darts, it might be difficult to stack those darts in. Does find the 140 to follow. Great visit from both guys. 140's a plenty.
Yeah, 2 big scores followed one after another. So we're keeping this game level. Rudge, good marker darts. Oh, and he pulls it wide. You can tell his hand just didn't follow all the way through, and he pulls it into that trip 1.
Yeah, and that's going to be, I think, the key thing for Rudge to focus on this match. Is in the past couple of weeks, he's also been struggling with his left and right, keeping those darts all in a nice line. Carrigan's going to try and look and take advantage of the poor visit, and not going to be able to find either in the 20, able to correct it. But breakfast, it's 8 o'clock. Those bacon and eggs don't taste nearly as good.
Yeah, a little late for a Denny's breakfast, but, you know, Denny's. Sponsor us if you're looking for it.
Denny's.
Rudge back into that trip 20 with the second dart. A good correction, but he keeps walking across. I think he's a little too fast with those darts. I think if he slows down a little, I think he's still moving on that third dart, and it's causing him to kind of pull where he's going. So
I mean, vice versa. I mean, devil's advocate, I guess. You know, sometimes you have to keep that momentum, and when Rudge fires in those 180s, he makes it look easier than anything else. But I totally agree with you that sometimes you're just moving a little too quick. The elbow gets a little pushed out of place, and it's a great third dart from Mike Carignan. So what would you suggest that he does here?
I think it's one of those things that if you're moving, I tell people all the time, first of all, trip 20, finds the second one. Can he sneak a third one in there? No. And the shake of the head, but still a big visit, 1-2-5 from Rudge. I tell people all the time when you're moving to different spots on the board or when you have to adjust your throw, you have to be willing to like break some momentum to be able to like reset yourself because you are moving. You're physically moving where you're aiming, and it makes a big difference when you're still in motion and you throw that dart. And I think if he takes that extra second when he's adjusting, he's going to find a little more success.
Yeah, I mean, he's been playing a great standard so far tonight, hovering around that 80 average, which is fantastic for Rudge. We know that he's this type of player. He has this capability. 107 remaining now, not able to find the trip 19. So I believe 88 remaining. He finds that trip 16 to leave himself 40. What a fantastic shot from Mark Rudge. Great standard of play.
Yeah, what a good setup shot. I mean, he really, is just playing a lot better. He's really finding his groove, and that's what we need him to do. So, can Mike Carignan answer back? It looks like he does find that trip 19, so 76 scored. Can he find... Oh, and he goes wide, so 79 score... Oh, no, it's not. It is only a 41. It looked really good.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate one. Unfortunately, we don't have the cameras to get around those blocker darts. Eyeballing this double 20. Mark Rudge, 2 darts in hand, wants to try and drive it home. Going across the board now to double 10. Can he lock it down? He can't, but it's no matter. Your opponent nowhere in range. You will have another visit to the board at the very least. But how good of a visit is Carignan going to be able to make this?
I mean, a big 2-treble visit puts a lot of pressure on Rudge, especially after missing 3 darts at the double there. And when I say two triple visit, I don't mean the trip 5. That is not the triple you're looking for. And I don't mean the trip 1. I should have clarified trip 20. And he moves downstairs, so that is not the pressure. Rudge has got to feel like he's got all day for this one.
Yeah, but if you're Rudge, you got to be the professional here. Your opponent is on and out. It's a low percentage shot. Okay, so now we're going, what, to double 4, down to double 2. So running around the houses here, not able to get it done. And as I was saying, it's a 1-6-1, but all of these guys on their day are capable of finding big numbers. And this 1-6-1 is certainly gettable by Mike Carignan, who's lining it up, can't get the combo started. So a little bit of, well, I guess a humongous breath of relief for Mark Rudge.
Well, I think even if your opponent doesn't finish the 1-6-1, it's kind of a morale thing that if you're missing 6 darts, 9 darts at a double, it doesn't feel good even though you're winning, because if suddenly your scoring doesn't take, you're in a really rough spot. He is able to take the leg, and you see the shake of the head. There's the morale thing that, yeah, I won the leg, but it was ugly. It wasn't a pretty ending to the leg.
Why'd it have to be so stressful, right?
Yeah, it's making it harder on yourself when you're not hitting the doubles. So Mike Carignan looking to bounce back here. It's hold his throw and take it to Mark Rudge. Trip 20 is the way to start that.
Now, I want to remind all of the viewers as Carignan looks to find another trip 20 in the bed. Does so. A big 140 to lead things off here in leg number 3. That, Justin Burke and Mark Rudge had a crazy game last week. I think it was Justin Burke went up 2-0 and then let Mark Rudge come all the way back to 3-0 him, reverse sweep in that set. So Rudge is trying to avoid that situation here, wants to get it done without any trouble, and certainly doesn't want to relive that nightmare again this week.
Yeah, how much is that going to be sitting in the back of your head if you're Rudge right now, that you had a set that you won the first set with Justin, you reverse swept him.
Yeah.
Second set, he reverse swept you, and then you ended up going on to lose that match. It's got to be sitting there somewhere.
For his sake, I hope it's not. Beautiful ton there from Mike Carignan. Rudge, big advantage here in this set. Wants to try and find some big darts to push the lead further. Can't find it, only finds the 41. So Mike Carignan, it's his throw. If you're Rudge, you're not too worried about it right now. But the average has started to plummet here for Rudge, who was shooting close to the 80s. Now it's about evening out here with Carrigan's slight advantage.
Yeah, Mike, if he can find the scoring and keep himself up, which we've seen in the past. We've seen in the past matches that he's been able to find these scoring, and when he's able to find those trip 20s, he keeps up with all these guys, and his finishing is pretty solid too. But it's been inconsistent, and it's here and there when he does find it. Rudge trying to find the middle. Finds the middle, but it's just wide for a 43, just outside.
That's an unlucky third dart. I mean, you can't fault the guy for that dart at all. I mean, it was just a millimeter off on the wrong side of the wire. So Carignan, big advantage now. Even a ton here will leave him the Shanghai on those 20s, so he wants to try and drop it just a millimeter or two lower if he can, and he pushes it out. That might have been a flight deflecting, so unlucky. Leaves himself to 179, but Mark Rudge all the way back 357. Still a long way to go. A lot of number to work with here. Can't push the score down by a significant bite. Mike Carignan, do you think he goes on all 19s here to leave 8?
I mean, you should. I mean, there's no real reason not to. If you find a fat 19, then you could just move. But there's also precedent to stay on the 20s. You're scoring well on there. You might as well stay. Finds the trip 20 with his first start. Does elect to move downstairs. So 117 scored at the moment. So we have 62 left. Does he do what he decides to do? And he goes for the trip 10. Finds the single 10? Finds a single 10 to leave 52.
Yeah,
and a great setup shot from Mike Carignan.
That's a beautiful setup shot for sure. I mean, Mike was dialed in there to bring that score down. Rudge, again, so far back, might be just giving up on this leg, thinking about getting things going for the next one. Cleanup work now for Mike Carignan. 52 remaining. You don't want to mess about, though.
No, you've seen that if you start messing around on outs that legs that you should be destroying, it ends up being a morale killer. So he's gonna want to pin this double 20. And he goes just low, so want to be no messing about here. And he finds the double 10. Good finish from Mike Carignan. Just to hold his throw, though. So Rudge coming back to the line to win the set and hold his throw.
Yeah, beautiful take there from Mike. Again, you have to get it done on your throw, and now it is Mark Rudge's throw. Looks like he will be moving after that first dart. Again, finds that beautiful second dart, not able to follow it with the third. But again, Rudge, what a great example of just focusing on the next leg, getting things going strongly. 96 bound, great work.
Yeah, we've seen when Mike can get down to a finish, he's pretty efficient at taking them out, but it's just the scoring's been here and there from him. So we want to see him start finding these trip 20s, keep it consistent, just get those darts down the line. And 3 straight darts, you almost take at this point, just not the ones in the 5s.
Yeah, the 60 will be more than enough. I mean, Mike has been experiencing some unlucky deflections. Rudge looking to correct after the first dart goes a little haywire, looking to find something significant. Can't find anything good, I don't think. Again, table for 2 at Denny's. I'll take that Grand Slam any day of the week. Carignan looking to, well, not join him there.
Yeah, hopefully not. That's what he's thinking. So he's going to look to get the scoring going, and he's now finding that trip 20 relatively efficiently. And he goes just, I think that first dart is blocking. So we might end up seeing, oh no, he sneaks another one in there, a big 140, proving me wrong. Finds the 140 in there.
Yeah, but I agree, though, that Mike's darts have been lying extremely flat. And if you're a stacker, if you like to put your darts on top of each other as they hit the board, that works to your advantage. But if you're trying to come in from underneath, that leaves almost no space to work with. You're likely to experience a violent deflection. I'm not sure where Mike is, truthfully, with his throw, because there's a little bit of an angle. It makes it tough to get around.
So they stand up enough that if you go low, you're not going to be, you most of the time are not going to be able to sneak one on top just because it acts as a blocker. If they land like that third dart, you're in better shape to stack on top. But that last visit, not this one, the one before it, it kind of stood up, and you saw his second dart clattered low because it was blocked. And you did a really good job to sneak around and find the trip 20 outside.
Yeah, Rudge finds at 45. Again, Carignan certainly putting in a decent performance this season so far, ramping up his performance tonight against Mark Rudge. That is a great guy looking to follow it down. I believe he does find that second dart. Beautiful follow-up, plenty of space to work with. Might have gone a little too high, so only finding the ton, but he's in range. And now if you're Mark Rudge here, this is a hold of throw. Echoes of last week, and looks like those Phantoms in that game against Justin Burke are starting to make their way here, but he needs to find something significant. I believe he finds 2. So that only 80 found, so finds that trip 5 instead, not within range. Opportunity, Mike Carignan.
Yeah, 6 darts for Mike Carignan to take out this 146. We'll see if he decides to go trip 20 or trip 19. I personally like the 19s, but he's been all over the trip 20s this game, so you might as well stay there. I don't know if that was able to stay in there. It looks like it's only a 5 scored. No worry. Now we're in a little bit of a worry. 140 left. Got to find something significant, or Rudge could try to leapfrog you. Yeah, only a 26. We're back to Denny's.
Yeah, he's still at that table for 2. Rudge never bothered to show up, which is kind of rude by Rudge, but that's all right. There might be some time here. Oh, my goodness. I don't think it's going to be a Denny's visit. Might be a trip 5 by the look of it. Oh, he doesn't want to go to Denny's. No, he doesn't want to go. He says no, Mike.
He moves over to stand up Carignan.
Can you imagine being invited to breakfast and standing your buddy up?
But great darts to leave 170. I say great darts, but smart darts to leave 170. But Mike Carignan wanting to take the 120 out isn't going to do so. So 117 left. You got options here. Just set yourself up nice and hope Rudge doesn't take out the 170. So 97 left. Surely you go downstairs for the 19s. Thinking about, yeah, he went for it. Just finds the 21, so 44 scored. Where can Rudge take out this 170? And
importantly, it's the tee-up tap room 170. Nobody is taking it out, and it continues to be an elusive fish in this giant sea. Is he going to go for the 18s? He does make that switch. Not confident on that bullseye to leave 40, but still a smart way to go nonetheless. Mike Carignan now 76 remaining. His average has increased dramatically over the course of this game, and he's looking to knock this down. Finds the first dart, 2 darts in hand at ∞8, going across, and he locks it down with the second dart. Beautiful finish. Wow.
Yeah, great take from Mike. And now he's firmly in control of the set. This has been quite the turnaround from him, and we're seeing, like you said, echoes of last week, the reverse sweeps. So can Rudge hold it together and battle back and fight Mike for his throw?
Yeah, if you're Mike Rudge here, or sorry, Mark Rudge.
Mike Rudge?
Me, sorry, Mark Rudge. Mark Rudge here. This is a tough moment mentally. You have to break. It's got to happen. You've had 3 chances now, and this is your 3rd chance to get it done. Needs to open up with something big, can't do it. How would you handle this situation mentally here if you're Rudge?
I mean, this is so difficult. All you can do is hopefully breathe and kind of like smoothen your throw out. Just try to get the adrenaline out of your system. You don't want to be tensing up and flicking the dart in any kind of direction. Keep it smooth, keep it calm, cool, and collected. Do what you know how to do. That's easier said than done, obviously.
Yeah, there's a reason why these guys are here. They are used to these high-pressure moments. Rudge not finding the darts that he's looking for. I'm not sure if it's a 30 or a 45. It's a 45. Wasn't a great visit from Carignan either. So these guys, it's tense, it's nervy. Who's going to be able to find that extra oomph that they need?
It's really come down to who's found the scoring in this match so far. It's not really been a lot of super big missed doubles. It's really been who finds the triple on a visit, like Carignan in this one. 78 scored. Feels like enough at this point.
Yeah, and after the first 2 opening legs, Rudge was hovering around an 80 average. So all of a sudden, it's just dropped off of a cliff. We're not sure where it went. Not able to find any triple 20s. It's stress management. It's game management. And right now, Carignan is certainly in control.
Yeah, and he's going to look to just try to take this set, which, again, is Mike Carignan's set. Like, look at this. Finds the trip 19 with his first dart. Stays downstairs. Finds another one. Can he find a third? Oh, and he goes well wide, but a 1-2-1 for Mike Carignan. And yeah, they're both in there. He's making sure to show everyone. But that's a big visit, and that could be, you know, set deciding right there.
Yeah, that could be a set breaker right there for Mark Rudge, who's just trying to find something on the switch down to the 19s. It's not coming together. So, again, we've touched on it multiple times already that Rudge had a 2-0 leg lead in this set. Carignan has won 2 on the spin, halting, excuse me. Wow, I'm making up new words in the English. Wow. Halting the progress of Mark Rudge. Can't get through the gate here, but there's still time. And if you're Mark Rudge, if you're going to throw 180, you got to do it now.
Yeah, you've got to start finding something, anything. Just get some kind of momentum. I like moving to a different part of the board. And I like this. He's throwing a little bit faster because he's trying to think about his throw less. I do this all the time where I walk up and I basically I don't think at all. I just throw the darts. You're just trying to score. Don't really super stress about the results.
Yeah, and that's you make a great point. I'm struggling to speak right now for whatever reason, but that's a great second dart there from Mike Carignan, who finds that trip 19. So 60 scored. Can't find that triple 20 with the 3rd dart, but sometimes just get out of your head. Get out of your own way. Make it easy. The arm will follow the mind. If you are tense in the mind, you are tense in the throw. Rudge just looking to just get back to basics here. Wants to find something big. Can't do it. The drop into the 1. Well, it just puts a lot of problems ahead of Mark Rudge as he tries to, well, stay the course and get down to an out in this leg.
Yeah, if you're overanalyzing your mechanics and you're overthinking about how you're holding the dart, how you're releasing the dart, it just doesn't end up going well. And a trip 20 found, so he will look to split this. Probably the single 18 for double 16. Oh, no, he goes 10 for tops. I like the move. Can he find it for the set? And he does! What a take from Mike Carignan to reverse sweep the set on Mark Rudge. What a take.
Days End Tavern is Oxford's hometown sports bar. Always serving up great times, great drinks, and great vibes. Always open for the biggest games. Come for the people, stay for the dart leagues, pool leagues, trivia nights, live music, and so much more going on every week. Come as friends, leave as family. How every hometown bar should be. Head on down to Days End Tavern in Oxford today. 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗍 Darts is the name in darts for Central Massachusetts and beyond. From dart sets and boards, accessories and apparel, to luck of the draws and events, 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗍 Darts does it all to support the community they truly understand and love. Trusted by everyone, from players just starting out to state league champions, if you need to stock up on supplies or are just looking for a good time, look no further than 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗍 Darts. Be sure to follow them on Facebook to stay up to date and tell them the WPL sent you.
Since 2014, U.S. Sports and Apparel has been helping teams, companies, and organizations look their best. Their catalog runs deep, including custom team uniforms, embroidered corporate wear, spirit wear, and promotional items. If you want it branded, they have the tools and the people to get the job done right. So if you're looking for unmatched quality, customer service, and quick turnaround time on your project, head down to Marlboro or give U.S. Sports and Apparel a call. Again, if you're looking for gear that works as hard as you do, trust in US Sports and Apparel to get the job done right.
Back-to-back weeks of being reverse swept here for Mark Rudge. That's tough. That's brutal. And I mean, now it's do or die. You got to play like a killer. You got to play like a hunter. You got to come out and find these darts. Muster whatever was going on in those first two opening legs. I mean, he was shooting an 80 average.
And look at the averages have basically switched now. Mike Carignan throwing a 70 and Rudge all the way down to a 58. He's just not been able to find the scoring. And Mike has been able to find the scoring, as we're seeing here. Trip 20 in there. That one goes low. I would like to see him move on this visit. And he does decide to move. I like it. He doesn't quite find the result he wanted, but an 89 visit.
To touch on that switch very briefly, though, I mean, it's better than a 5 or a 1. I mean, if you don't like the line on the flights, Mark Rudge finding a beautiful first dart. If you don't like the line, switch. You're more likely to hit something better than staying on it, forcing it through, and getting a nasty deflect.
Yeah, if you have multiple visits where you're just all over the place, I tell people, move. It resets your brain. It gives you kind of a mental palate cleanser. And Mike, back up to those 20s where he's comfortable. Oh, and he goes just low. He's got plenty of room to kind of sneak one in there. Oh, but he just forces it. And you can tell it was just a late release. The muscles were kind of tensing on that one.
Yeah, Rudge looking to just stay loose, not tense up, trying to find these darts, find their way into the triple 20, 26. So I don't know what's going on in the head of Mark Rudge here, but he's got to find a way to relax.
You can see it in his facial expressions when he goes to retrieve his darts that he doesn't currently know what he's doing wrong or how to fix it. And Mike is following him right now. So if you're Rudge, you gotta find it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where mistakes beget mistakes. I mean, all of a sudden, if you start hitting low, your opponent's not really putting much pressure, maybe there's a chance to pounce. Rudge looking to keep these darts straight, trying to figure out the throw. I believe it's a 41 found, might be a 26. It indeed is, and unfortunately a 26. So Carignan, even though he's behind, he still has momentum. Rudge not really doing a lot here to hold his throw in style at the very least. And here we go. Mike Carignan finds that big triple 20. And even a ton here, if he manages to keep it steady, is significant pressure. Shake of the head there, though. He knows he wants to keep them all in a nice little line. And Mark Rudge, 313, it's starting to slip away.
I think he needs to move. I think he's struggling on this 20, and he's missing left. And I like him moving down, but because he started up there, the move is so much harder. I wish he would have started down on those 19s. He's been missing left and right on the 1s and 5s that I just wish he would move and not kind of force it. Mike coming back, gonna try to take out this 2, 4, 6 and as few darts as he can. And he starts downstairs. He wants the 76. And he doesn't. He finds 40. So 206 left. What can he knock down? Finds a single 19. So 59 scored. Rudge with 100 would leave 170.
Yeah, I mean, and he's looking to leave the tee up tap room 170 after a big ton here at the very minimum. It looks like he's going to be on for it. One more dart straight ahead, please, Mark Rudge. I believe he does find the ton. So, hey, if you're going to try and go out and get things back on schedule, do it in style.
So now, Mike, got to put pressure on this. Got to try to, break his throw right now. So even a 1 treble visit at least puts a lot of pressure on the 170. There's the 1 treble. Might go downstairs for this one. Does decide to go downstairs. So 99 scored, 88 left. A little bit of an awkward leave, but still get yourself a chance at the bull. So 170, it's not going to go. The tee up tap room 170 will not be found by Mark Rudge on his second attempt at it, but he will take a big bite out of it. 100 scored to leave 70.
Yeah, that's still a great attempt. Able to take a big bite out of that score. 88 remains now for Mike Carignan. You have a feeling might go the 18s here, may go for the 16s. Oh, he's thinking about it. Thinking about which way he wants to go. Goes for the triple 20. Okay, so 28 now. Double 14 for a little bit of a nervy pullback there. So relining it up, going for double. Okay, thinking about it, wants to release the dart, and I believe he finds it. I don't think I've ever seen Mike Carignan hold on to a dart for as long as he did. What do you think was going through his mind?
Yeah, he was re-gripping, just getting your bearings. It's a well done job by Mike Carignan there.
Hopefully it's a confidence booster, because if that starts to go unchecked for too long, I know that releasing the dart can become quite an issue It's plagued many a player. It's plagued me at certain moments in my game as well. It's hard. You don't want to let go because you don't want to make that mistake.
Well, if you've watched Mike throughout this season, and going into this season, he's been having a little bit of problems with like just edginess, just not wanting to let go and really forcing it. And he's doing a much better job of controlling it. And it's kind of similar to like a Nathan Aspinall, kind of like where just regrip, make sure you have it right, and just, you know, feel more comfortable. So the fact that he was able to line up that double after backing off twice is a good sign.
Yeah, and I mean, he drilled it first time at it. I mean, he made it look really easy, made it look good. So good visit from Mark Rudge. Mike Carignan trying to follow that, not able to find the scoring. So Mark Rudge by no means is out of this game. It's certainly going to be a little tough here, but if he just relaxes, he's able to find these nice darts, find their way home, even to 60. Just keep building off of those 60s. Keep the darts straight. That's all you're thinking right now. Back to basics.
Yeah, just solid scoring. That's all you need, just solid scoring. Because Mike has been finding the triples, but one bad visit is enough to kind of take him out of a leg. So, yeah, and there's the tough visit that Mark can kind of break back here. He's going to look to just steal that throw back. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, that a break of throw means nothing if you can't consolidate and hold your throw on the next one.
100% correct there. And, I mean, we've seen a little bit of nerviness from both guys here. Great darts there from Mark Rudge, who's just looking to keep on powering through. Mike Carignan did a very good job of upping his average, just about that 70 average range. Doesn't want to start slipping, letting go of his scoring power at this stage in the game. He has the opportunity to potentially close out if he's able to pip another leg here, hold his throw. Not able to convert on those triple 20s. So Mark Rudge looking to break and in a pretty good position to do so given the scores.
Well, and here's the thing. First off, a trip 20 found by Mark Rudge. And there it is, a 1-2-2 found by Mark Rudge to really put himself in position in this leg. It's not going to be a finish, but it doesn't matter when your opponent's sitting on 1-6-3. The thing with Mike Carignan is that when he gets down to a double, his double hitting is really, really good. But it's the scoring. As long as he can keep his scoring up, he'll be in really good position. That looks like 2 trips. Might be a trip 5, might be in there. We're looking, it's either a 1-2-1 or a 76. It is a 76 as it just found that trip 5. If Mike can get his scoring down and get himself to a finish, he wins legs. That's the thing. But his scoring has been so inconsistent that he hasn't always been getting chances at the doubles.
Yeah, and that can be quite an issue. I mean, it just hampers one part of your game, and you don't get to build that full confidence game that all of these guys know what it's like to have that type of game. And it's not a great feeling when you only have one part working in your favor. Regardless, Mike Carignan finds a trip 5 with that first dart, so wants to move slightly over. It's a beautiful correction there, looking to fill up the bed with another one, and I believe he does. So the big 1-3-5 bound there from Mike Carignan. Great corrections to move those darts over, and that's serious pressure now on Mark Rudge working with 1-2-1.
Yeah, puts himself on a finish, but a 1 treble visit only needed for Mark Rudge here, but got to keep it straight. 51 needed. Oh, and it's not even close. That is not where you want to be. So 22 scored, 99 left. That's only going to leave him 96. Far from a gimme. Oh, he meant to say he scored 96. Yeah. 25 scored, so a 1-5-2 for Mike Carignan.
Yeah, and this is a nice way to go. If you can just find that first triple 20, it's not going to be found. You can see the frustration on Mike Carrigan's face. He knew what he needed to do, can't get it done. Not able to convert and move that dart over, excuse me. It's a little bit of a sloppy visit, not able to bring his score down within range. 96 now, Rudge. This is a big opportunity. This is a big visit.
Yeah. And he finds the trip 20, so he's got to call himself 2 darts at this trip dart, double 18. Oh, and he clatters outside, but it crucially leaves the 36. Doesn't go inside and leave the 18. But Mike Carignan with a 1-2-2 only needs 1 triple to get to a bowl. So he's going to start on this trip 18 here. Got to be careful not to miss wide and hit a 1 or a 4. It's very common on this route. And he's inside. That's fine. Got to find the trip here to leave the bow. And he's not going to do it, so you just stay on the trip 18 here. Trip 18 leaves you 32. And he's got to just reset, find the dart. And he goes high. It's still going to put a lot of pressure on Rudge here.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, at least keeping those darts in a line. Now it's all on Rudge, who needs to, he converts on that 18 first dart asking. So again, like we said, just clear your mind. Don't let your arm and your mind communicate more than they have to. Just throw the darts. Let it be natural. And even there, that's a great marker dart. Okay, a little too much on that one. Needs to reel it back in. So I guess the struggles continue here for Mark Rudge out of the gate, but it's still a good break of throw. He just needs to convert and find the hold.
Yeah, it was, it's kind of just to get yourself back in the set that you gave up the first leg when you feel like you shouldn't have. And now, Mike, a little wide on that second dart. Only a 41 scored, so Mark back in control and needs to be basically who's going to find the triples first.
Yeah, who's going to find the big scoring? I mean, it's just one of those games where it's not coming easy. It's not flowing at all. 46 found there for Rudge, so Carignan, the momentum gets passed right back to him. If he can find at least one treble, it'll be real solid, real quick. That's a good marker dart. There's plenty of space to work with. Not really blocking the bed at all, so looking to try and make that adjustment down. Doesn't want to get a little too squirrely, navigate outside of that range. So 60, that's a good visit.
So the important thing for Rudge is to not get super, super frustrated or count yourself out, because you're very much in this game. This is your set to win. Just hold yourself accountable. Put yourself in the best position that you can. Don't give up. A bad visit does not mean you're going to lose. Mike, if you're the opposite, you're saying, okay, I want to put this away. I want to start winning legs, and don't give him a chance to crawl his way back in. So trip 20 found with his first dart, and he follows it with his third. So a 1-2-1 from Mike Carignan. Like I said, want to put the nail in the coffin now.
Yeah, I mean, if he can find this break, I mean, it might be just a coffin that he's going to start lowering Mark Rudge into here. I mean, it's a tough position to come back from. Rudge is not able to find that triple 20. Looks like he does find the 81, so a great find there from Rudge. But Carignan, he now has prime positioning in this leg. If he keeps on hammering the scoring here, he can really threaten to break Rudge. Critically, probably the most important part of the game. Looks like he's going downstairs, not able to convert on that switch, but not a great visit. Rudge, he's still in this, like you've said.
Yeah, Carignan is just consistently outscoring Rudge right now. So he needs to get back to finding these trebles and at least getting these straight visits, and you can just see he's not comfortable right now. He's rushing the last dart. He's just not able to drop them all in the 20s. So Mike Carignan continues the scoring bout, and it is enough right now. Oh, and that one's going to mean he's not going to be on a finish unless he finds another triple. And I don't think he does there, and he collapses. I think it's a 66. Oh, it's a 76. He finds the trip 5. 182 left. And, oh, looks like Mark Rudge in the triple. See, this is what I was saying. I wanted him to move and go find something else. And as I say that, I think he finds 2 threes to back up that trip 19.
Yeah, I mean, he came out swinging in that visit. I mean, he just unloaded the darts in rapid succession. Was able to find one, but it's just following the line has been so tough. So 122 remaining now for Mike Carignan. He's looking really good here. 102 remains now. This is a solid spot if you're Mike Carignan. Just keep these darts steady. Keep building the pressure. 82 is a fantastic lead. And if you know that your opponent is struggling on the scoring, just keep on hammering those darts.
And doubling has been the key thing for Mike Carignan. So Rudge, that was just a lazy last dart. Not able to keep the last dart straight. You can tell it's just a late release. Wasn't super focused. So Mike Carignan, 82 now.
Yeah, and he'll probably go the bullseye here. That's the proper way to go. Let's see what he's able to find. Only able to find 8. So I believe 74 remains now. We'll be looking at the trip 14 to leave double 16. If he can find it, it's not going to go. So a single 20 to leave tops is the setup. And he's able to get that done. Wow. Might be a great marker dart for the next visit. Hopefully he remembers where that dart went in. But 119 now for Rudge. It's not going to be easy, but he needs to find it.
Yeah, got to start on these 19s here and got to stay straight. The 9 does leave him a finish. So trip 20 for the bull. Not going to find it on this one. He'll go over to the trip 18. No, he, out of frustration, stays on the 20. So only a 34 scored. And Mike Carignan come back for this 40. Oh, and that might be tough. That might be hanging a little too low for him. Has to move, probably going to have to move over in the bed. Going to look to the right side probably. And now, see, it's just a little too low. With how flat that dart landed, it acted kind of like a blocker. So chance for Rudge.
Yeah, that hardware was right in the way. But looking at double 20 himself, now going back over to double 10. Wants to find it here, can't get it done. Pulls it inside, so an awkward leave. The double 5 can be quite nasty if you're not able to get it done in the first dart. Mike Carignan doesn't want to join him on that double 5. Wants to find it now. needs a little bit of an adjustment. 2 darts in hand, and he's able to get it done. So a key break here for Mike Carignan, who now pushes it to game point. 1 more leg seals it. Rudge has to hold throw. Oh, excuse me. Sorry,
Carrigan's throw.
Sorry, I didn't update the tablets. My bad.
That's the crucial thing, is that now it's Mike Carrigan's throw, and he's going to have 2 shots to put this game away. So he's got to come out scoring strong.
Yeah, I mean, remember, to all the viewers who have been following along here, Rudge led that opening set 2 legs to nothing. Carignan came all the way back to pinch it off. 3 on the spin, finds it, and now he's playing for the game. 45 is on a strong start, but it all comes down to what Rudge is capable of finding here more than anything else you feel.
I mean, this is a little nervy from Mike, but that is not the start you want if you're Rudge. Because for Mike, if you lose this leg, now the throw goes back to Rudge to win the set. So this is, you kind of have to hold your throw here. You got to start finding the scoring, but you felt pretty comfortable if you're Mike that you're outscoring Rudge pretty much the whole game. You've been the higher scorer, and there's another ton from him. Yeah,
I mean, it's solid work. It's a solid visit. It's enough to put the pressure on immediately. Rudge looks like he's, that was definitely in the 20. It just veered off course. Needs to try and find a triple. The darts refuse to go in. 58's found, though it's better than the previous visits, but if Carignan finds another ton or another, even low around that area, 96, something like that, that's a great marker dart. Needs to go a little high, wants to follow it. Is he going to try and split the middle on this? My goodness, Mike, can you pull it off? Wow, take a rabbit out of a hat? That's a magic trick for sure.
Wow, yeah, he snuck that one through there. I was so positive he was going to move or that was going to clatter out because that was just so blocked. But he does great to sneak one through there. Rudge keeping his dart straight, and there it is. That's been the plague of his whole game today. It's just been not been able to keep the scoring going. Mike has been taking advantage and getting more darts at double because he's finding the trip 20 like this. Can he find another? Keeps it straight. Another one to leave 156. And he does. So 156 with your opponent sitting all the way on 376 to win the match.
Yeah, it's a great visit there from Carignan. Now it's emergency time for Rudge. You got to find 2. Even the ton is not enough here if he does find it. 276, your opponent's on 156. Carignan, he knows he's coming back. He just needs to set up. At the very least, just set up. Doesn't have to go. See what he finds. So it will be a setup-only visit. 136 remains now. Wants to keep it straight. Oh, just stay there. The first 2 darts, I don't think they're blocking. I think there's space to work with here. Wants to just find it. Can't get it done. Oh, my God, the grouping is insane. But the 96 is a very friendly leave.
Yeah, and as of these last couple legs, he's been all over that trip 20. Rudge able to find it, goes wide. And it looks like it's only going to be an 83, so it's not going to be a finish. So Mike Carignan, 6 darts to take out this 96 and win the match. Get his first points of the season on the board. He's going to step up, look for this trip 20 with the first dart. And he does. Dead center, 36 left, double 18 for the match. He's got 1 more match dart in hand. Can he sneak it in there? Yes, he can. It's been so clean. The doubles have looked so good for Mike Carignan. 96 checkout to win the match over Mark Rudge. And crucially, now tie Justin Burke and Mark Rudge in points.
𝗬𝗪 Tap Room is the hub of darts in central Massachusetts. With close to 30 dartboards to play on and the biggest Friday luck of the draw around, you're guaranteed to see some friends or make some new ones every time you stop in. Additionally, 𝗬𝗪 Tap Room hosts many Worcester Dart League and Minuteman Dart League teams in all divisions, making it fun and inviting for a wide range of players and skill levels. If you're looking to develop your game, why not try and play in one of the many weekly leagues from cricket to long format 501? You're going to grow as a player and have fun doing it. So if you're serious about darts, stop by 𝗬𝗪 Tap Room as soon as you can. Say hi to Todd and Doreen and the rest of the staff. They'll be sure to take good care of you. 𝗬𝗪 Tap Room, 70 James Street in Worcester. See you there.